Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. This episode is called Secrets to Getting Away with Crime. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us. Also, I'd like to tell you about a service called HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live calls with more than 100 celebrities, actors, movie stars, and athletes. It's something you can buy for yourself or as a gift for somebody you know. A live 15-second call from an actor is $19.95, and a live 30-second call is $29.95. So give it a try. It's called HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now let's get started. We've analyzed the criminal world when it comes to the commission of crime, and we've determined what the secrets are to getting away with crimes, both white collar and blue collar. Now, before we reveal those secrets, we want you to know that we feel you should never commit a crime and that we have a strong anti-crime belief system and policy. We're simply revealing these secrets because we believe that there is a tremendous injustice in the world when it comes to the prosecution of crimes, and that if we reveal these secrets, then our hope is that these injustices will be eliminated. So after analyzing the criminal world, here are what we, in our opinion, believe are the secrets that most commonly allow people to get away with the commission of crimes. The first secret that most people don't appreciate enough is the ability of wealth to allow one to get away with the commission of a crime. Not just because wealth allows you to buy a great lawyer, but because there's often a strong bias for the wealthy. It's often a presumption that rich people must be innocent because they have no financial need to commit a crime, and that poor people must be guilty because they have to commit crimes or they'll starve. Both are often wrong. Some of the greatest crimes in history have been committed by the super wealthy or the political class, and some of the greatest acts of kindness have been committed by the poorest members of society. Another aspect to all of this is that it often takes a lot of money to organize and commit a highly complex crime. It takes a high level of expertise and it takes tremendous skill, and those things can be very expensive. However, if you can afford them, then the likelihood of you getting away with a crime rises significantly. That's why rich and smart criminals tend to succeed, and poor and stupid criminals often get caught. Next, we have the element of charm. This sounds really simple, almost too simple to be true, but believe us when we tell you that it is a tremendously powerful element. Never underestimate the ability of charm to win over a jury or a victim. It can even win over a police officer who pulls you over for a traffic offense and ends up letting you go with a warning because you seem humble or charming. Most police detectives will tell you that they often come across victims who don't want to prosecute the con man or con woman who stole from them because they seem so nice and likable, and they feel like they would be hurting a friend by pressing charges against them. It's an amazing phenomena, and police detectives, no matter how often they witness this phenomena, they never cease to be amazed by it. Charm is why people get caught repeatedly cheating on their spouses and are able to get them to forgive them. Charm is why some people are able to convince a jury that they're not guilty. Charm is why some great actors can appear in a commercial and convince millions of people to buy a product that is absolutely garbage. Charm is what allows politicians to constantly lie to voters and keep them voting for them. Charm is what allows a prostitute to convince each new customer that she really loves them. Charm is what allows a comedian to repeatedly insult members of the audience and keep getting away with it. Charm is what allows salesmen to sell what they sell each day. Charm is an extremely powerful asset. Next, we have speed. Committing a crime quickly is almost always better than and more likely to allow you to get away with it than committing it too slowly. Time is the enemy of all crime. The longer you take to commit a crime, the greater the possibility that you're going to jail. Take more than 90 seconds to rob a bank, and you'll probably be caught. Take more than 30 seconds to rob someone on the street, and you will get caught. Take more than 60 seconds to steal a car, and that's never good. Take more than 3 minutes to burglarize a home, and you're going to jail. Spend too many months or years committing white-collar crime, and you will be tracked down and caught. carry an illegal weapon on you for too long, and eventually you'll be arrested. Time is the enemy of all crime. Reduce the amount of time it takes you to commit a particular crime by 50%, and you will double the chances that you'll get away with that crime. Next, we have invisibility. Invisibility during the commission of a crime greatly increases the likelihood that you'll get away with it. That's why it's always better to commit crimes at night while wearing a dark or gray clothing. It's better to carry false IDs so that you can present a fake identity fast. That's also why wigs, beards, and mustaches are so helpful when creating a disguise. It's also why driving a gray, nondescript vehicle is so important. You don't want to be noticed or remembered when you're committing a crime. It's why 25% of the world's most sophisticated and successful white-collar criminals have plastic surgery on their faces to alter their identities every few years. That's all done to outsmart the facial recognition software that everybody is using, and to maintain your ability to remain invisible. Invisibility is also why committing cybercrime is infinitely more desirable and safer than committing a physical crime where you might be seen or recognized. Another thing that people don't realize is that large crimes get prosecuted less often than smaller crimes. Steal a candy bar from a grocery store and the security guard will chase you down and arrest you. Steal a fortune from a company or a governmental agency and the odds of you being tracked down and arrested go down significantly. Think that's an exaggeration? If so, then Google huge financial crimes and you'll be stunned at the number of them that have cases that are still unsolved or that are still pending years after the perpetrator was first arrested. Here's another really interesting factoid. If you steal a TV set from a store, you're probably going to jail. But if you steal a $20 million painting from a museum and they can't solve the crime within the first year or so, then it's highly likely that the museum's insurance company will offer you $2 to $3 million in Bitcoin if you just return the paintings to them. Here's an even more interesting fact. Fake gold coins are flooding into the Diamond District in New York and the coin market nationwide, and yet very little is being done about it. Why is it that so few people in these industries want to prosecute these crimes? The current and unconfirmed speculation is that many of the top gold and diamond dealers in the industry are themselves involved in the sale and distribution of these fake gold coins, and so they're scared that if they press charges, then the investigations will lead back to them. What about drugs? Well, incorporate a drug habit into your behavior if you want a lighter sentence. For some reason, judges love to show mercy to drug addicts when they commit crimes. Go to a store and steal a pack of cigarettes and watch how quickly you get arrested. But if you're high and you're homeless when you commit any crime in some cities, then they will more than likely dismiss you or ignore you. Being a drug addict is somehow becoming the new invisible superpower when it comes to street crimes in many towns. Describe the criminal who just robbed you or assaulted you to the 911 operator as a junkie, and in many cities, they'll now tell you that they won't send an officer to a crime like that, and if you have a problem with them, then they recommend that you file a complaint with the mayor's office. Next, there's the element of deception. The one thing that catches most crime victims off guard over and over is the element of deception during the commission of a crime. Most detectives will tell you that a crime that's committed with a level of deception is 10 times more likely to succeed than a crime that involves no deception. That's why bank robbers wear masks. It's why white-collar criminals dress like accountants. It's why counterfeit watches and purses are so easy to sell. It's why stealing someone's house with the right fraudulent paperwork is easier and more lucrative than stealing their car. It's why selling fake prescription medicines is so much more lucrative than selling real drugs. It's why pretending to kidnap a tourist in Mexico is now more lucrative than actually kidnapping them. It's why threatening to kill somebody is more lucrative and less dangerous than actually killing them. By the way, the same holds true in the non-criminal world. When a Fortune 500 company launches a new advertising campaign, telling the public how great its product is when they know it's really garbage, that level of deception is almost always more profitable than the alternative. Deception itself may very well be the single greatest asset in both the legitimate world of business as well as the world of crime. I'm surprised more business schools don't offer special courses or even majors in deception. I think it's only a matter of time before one of them does. So with that, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.